Well, today I'm going to be weathering these bridge piers and the bridge abutments, and actually start putting some clump foliage on the river scene. I'll be waiting with, I'll probably put the trees on after I actually pour the river, so, but I'm going to take care of weathering these first because I need to have the bridge piers weathered and actually secured in place on the riverbed before I pour my water. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be using some Doc O'Brien's powders, some grimy black and rusty red and some muddy red, and maybe, I'm not sure yet, a slight touch of green at the base to simulate, kind of algae. Sometimes this stuff's been underwater for a while and got algae kind of collect on it, so I might use that fairly sparingly. I don't want to go overboard with that. In addition, to help guide me in weathering these piers, I've dug up some photos on the internet of actual, bridge piers from Google Images, and also as kind of a template, give me an idea of how I want to weather them. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be using brushes to put the powders on. So I think what I'm going to do, for the bottom third of the pier, that's obviously going to be the darkest. So I'm trying to decide which would work best as a base. Put on a little bit of grimy black first, or a little bit of muddy red. I think I'll put a little bit of the grimy black on, dust some of that on, and just give it a light dusting like that. And I will go ahead and seal all of these off with some acrylic, matte acrylic finish, clear matte acrylic finish. So just kind of wipe this, kind of taper it and wipe it on here. Get a little hint of griminess on there. Brush here, to stiffer brush to wipe off the excess. I'm gonna temper this with a bit of brown, a little muddy red. I'll use a different brush for that. Extend some of that muddiness up there, blend it together. I think I'll try a little of that green just to see how it works together. Just a little touch of it, a little hint of algae. Just like that. Blend it together with this big stiff brush. Got a little bit of the brown spots of it on there where I don't want. So I'm just going to take a damp washcloth and just wipe this off. There. I mean, I'll be dusting over this. I just didn't want those big spots to show up, like right there. Got some powder where I didn't intend to put it. Oops! Oops! There, that's a bit more like it. Get this stuff under control. Probably be a good idea for me to wash my hands fairly frequently. And I'm going to grab this from the top and bottom and hold it so I don't inadvertently get my hands on it, get my fingers on it. I'm going to take a little brown and just kind of put some hints of prior flooding, just kind of like on some of these pictures I got here. Actually might be a little bit too intense here, what I've got. Being a little bit too intense. But I can remedy that. Let's get this, get my base color on there. I'm just going to take a cloth and just rub it. See, a lot of that powder comes off. And kind of blend it up towards the top. A lot of that excess powder comes off. I'm just taking an old washcloth and doing this. And, you know, the nice thing is about this, if this just completely doesn't come out the way I want it to, I can always take my concrete paint and paint over it and start from square one. Assuming if I'm really disgusted with what I've done, I can always fall back, regroup, and give it another whirl. I think that's kind of coming out to where I want it to be. Go ahead and rub it some more. Get these to blend together. Got the darker layer on the bottom, and then muddiness on it where it may have been at flood stage. Blend it up a little bit. The cloth, blend it together. See? Got a nice well-worn bridge pier.